Everybody, it's Carolyn in sunny Virginia Beach. I am going to address two questions today. First question, I was talking to Davey in the forum last night, and he said, hey, why don't you talk about this? So that question is, when can I speak clearly again? And then I thought, I might as well also address, when can I go back to work again? Probably two of the most asked questions in the forum, and two of the most important answers for me when I was going to get dentures. So, first off, you should be able to speak pretty clearly right out the gate. You might have some lisping or shush sounds or th sounds or S or K sounds that will give you trouble, but mostly you'll be able to speak pretty clearly on day one, maybe early parts of day two. At that point, your gums are going to start changing, and some of your gums are going to swell, and some of your gums are going to shrink, and you're going to have all kinds of, moving C's. I know, Lynn, I can't speak without my hands. Going on in your mouth. So you're going to have your plates moving around, and you'll have some issues at times, especially if the back of the denture starts to drop down, and it will catch on your tongue and make all kinds of funny sounds. But this is going to kind of be different every day. So one day you might have an issue with the SH sound, and another day you might have a TH sound problem. But overall, you're going to be able to make yourself clear unless you don't have your dentures in. I still cannot speak without my dentures. If they're not in my mouth, I cannot make myself clear. So basically, it's going to take you about a week to get through all of the swelling and unswelling and shrinking and whatnot. And usually in about the first week, you have an adjustment by your dentist, and we'll make it so that your dentures fit better and make it easier for you to speak. And finally, once you are able to wear adhesive for your shrinking dentures, and the dentist clears it with you. I actually when I was having trouble with my upper and I still had extraction sites, I would just put adhesive on the roof of my mouth just to hold it up. And that helped me quite a bit. So that's one of my tips. Davey says all the time, count from 20 to 90 and from 90 to 20 and just keep doing it up and down, up and down, up and down, and that will help you. It addresses a lot of the sounds that people have trouble making. I use that one quite a bit. I'm in the car all the time, as you know. And so if I'm driving down the road, instead of, listening to my radio, I am counting out loud. Also singing. Turn the radio on and sing, and just make up your own words. You don't have to know the words. There's no pressure here. Not going to get judged. And another tip is to practice in the mirror, and that way you can see what your lips are doing and your mouth is doing when you're having problems pronouncing words. You're going to have to kind of speak slowly at first, not at all like Speedy Carolyn here. You will end up tripping over your tongue if you go too fast initially. But like I said, day one you should be okay. Day two you're going to start to have a few issues, or you might start to have a few issues. I can't say gonna, because everybody heals differently. But throughout the first week, you're gonna have issues onsetting and offsetting, and after that, you should have a pretty good hold going on in your mouth with your dentures. And like I said, you can tack stuff down, here and there. I tacked down the flanges of my lowers so that I wouldn't hit my extraction sites and the roof of my upper. And that helped enormously with both eating and speaking. But I was more concerned about speaking than I was with eating. So that brings us to question number 2 that is commonly asked, and that is, when can I go back to work? Again, this was a huge concern of mine. And I would say, just to play it loose, 1 week. I think that a lot of people can go back earlier. But if you work closely with, clientele, or it's a sensitive type arena that you work in, you probably want to take that whole week, because, you don't really want to have paranoia about, the next time I open my mouth, if I'm going to, spit or say the wrong word. I don't think I ever spit, by the way, so I think you guys are good. But if you can pronounce the word wrong or what have you. So it's a situation where 1 week should do it, but you could push it and go back earlier. I would definitely not recommend going for the first couple of days, though, because you're going to have swelling occurring even on like day 3. Certain areas of your cheeks might swell, or your gums. But I think that if you give it a week, you'll be good to go. If you can take a week, take it. And, you know, let yourself have that time to heal and practice with your new teeth and your new speech. And, boy, my hair looks like crap today, doesn't it? So give yourself that time. I think you're going to be fine. And the speaking, I speak just as clearly now as I did before, which is not very clear if you've ever seen any of my videos. But once you work at it, you know, you're going to have it down in no time. I'm sorry, my hair is bothering me and I can see it. But those are my two answers to when can I go back to work and when can I speak properly again. It's not nearly as troublesome to speak again as you might think. It does take a little relearning, and of course some people are going to have more problems than others because they may have already lost a lot of teeth and be used to speaking differently, and of course your denture is not going to fit like your real teeth fit, so you will have a little trouble with your tongue. But overall, I think you should be speaking just fine almost right out the gate and able to order a pizza at the very least. Oh, you was right. You can't eat pizza, can you? Y'all have a great day. Thanks.